Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hijinks and Dungeon World, an actual play Dungeon
Dungeon
World
World.
live stream with QueueTimes.
QueueTimes.
Hello. If this is your first time joining us, hi, thank you so much for being here. This is the 24th episode in this Dungeon World series, something like that. We just came back off of a multiple month hiatus where there were other lovely shows going on QueueTimes. So we are back now. This is our time. Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. That's where we're going to be for the foreseeable future. It's going to be great. We're going to finish out this Dungeon World campaign. We're going to do some Kids on Brooms, and then I have a little bit of a plan thing that I need to talk to Jake about for vamping us back into the main continuity storyline that we did for so long, which was a Kids on Bikes campaign called Hijinks and Handlebars. And we'll get back to that. We'll finish that out, and who knows where we'll go from there. But it's exciting. All the previous stuff that we have, all the episodes, you can jump in, you can watch along right here. It might be a little confusing. That's okay. But if you like what we're doing, you like our chemistry, our charisma, and everything, go back, check everything out on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. One is in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars. That is the Kids on Bikes campaign. They're about 40 to 50 episodes backlogged on that. And then all of the Dungeon World campaign is in a playlist called Hijinks and Dungeon World. So you can check all of that out, again, on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. I want to get some thank yous out of the way here at the top. I want to thank Hunters Entertainment. They gave me some Kids on Bikes branded dice and a backpack, and I really appreciate that. I will continue thanking them until I don't have a show anymore. So that hopefully will continue for a while. I want to thank QueueTimes, specifically Jake, and also TS Quint, because it's probably a little bit of a disruption for her life, even though I don't know how much she's doing on the back end anymore. But mostly Jake doing good stuff, and also to give my thanks to TS Quint over and over again for hosting us and for doing everything to make sure that our show and all of the awesome, wonderful shows on QueueTimes continue getting to have a platform and a place to live. I would check out the other shows as well. There's Blackness and Dragons right now, which is really great. It's a full black cast playing D&D, telling some cool stories. And also there's Power Play. And there's a ton of other shows, and everything that's been done in the past on QueueTimes Twitch channel is all on QueueTimes YouTube channel, and you can find all of those playlists there. Moving forward, I want to say that this is, I'm just going to give a little bit of content warning. We do, the 99.9% of the show is improvised, I would say. And so I don't know exactly what I'm going to bring up. I don't know what my cast is going to bring up, but that might not be a problem. It could be a problem. And some things might come up in the show that you personally find triggering. I don't say that in that jokey kind of way. I mean, sincerely, we're not going out of our way to be edgy. In fact, we're doing the opposite of that. We're trying to be as accessible and easy to listen to and watch as possible for people. So if something does come up, then please take care of yourself first and foremost. Close the stream, throw your computer out the window, do whatever you need to do. Don't do that, but whatever you need to do,
which hopefully isn't thrown out the window. But,
yeah. And if you want to continue watching the show and there were just a little snippet that you're like, oh, I can't hear that, then please reach out to me or the cast or whatever. Don't reach out to the cast individual Twitters and Instagram, but the @HandleStream. I'm just not the only one who runs that account, but that's @HandleStream on Twitter and Instagram. Or you can get a hold of me on my personal Twitter and Instagram, which is @KWilliamWhite. And you can say hey, I want to catch up on the show, but I don't want to know don't say anything about this. And I will fill you in as much as
just leave out
humanly
the feed,
possible.
Talk about everything else.
Yeah. Leave out everything else. Just tell me about the feed.
Those are the weirder DMs to get, honestly. Those you can send directly to any member of the cast. No.
Don't do that.
Only Sam.
Only Sam, and especially not Franny. Okay. With that, I'll say my introduction, I suppose. Oh, I want to thank people for art.
Thank you for the art.
Thank you for the art. Tani Mato for the art that is the waiting screen, and then it's the pelican daddy holding the knife.
That's his character.
That's Chris Tani Mato's character, and you can find him at Tani Mato, TANIMAYTO. Also did the original overlay that this show is based on, has done art for us, ARC posters for our original Kids on Bikes campaign. I want to thank Sarah Baker. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have Twitter handles and stuff. I want to thank Shannon, which is at Shannon Canyon, if that hasn't changed.
It was S. Dav Baker for Sarah Baker.
And S. Dav Baker, at S. Dav Baker. And then Shan Horan, which I don't know what that is anymore.
Is it Haitian Murphy?
No,
No.
that's what it was.
That's what it was. I don't know
Shan Horan now.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Why would it still be?
Yeah. They got married and they
Yep.
changed their name.
But yeah, we have said it in past episodes, so you can go back and watch the beginnings of those. And then
we said the previous one, which was Hey Shan Murphy.
Oh well, never mind.
We've never done a show where I've said the new one. So
then let's.
Yeah.
My computer's right here. I'll just look it up.
Well, but I just want to thank our artists so much for all the work they've done. It's really great. It's wonderful. And that's exciting. Okay. So I'm going to do an introduction. Hi, I'm William, they, them, and I'm the GM for Hijinks and Dungeon World. Should I go next? You should go next. Yes.
Hi, my name is Jonas, they, them, and I play Dowser, the salamander immolator, he, him, on Hijinks and Dungeon World. Should I talk about Dowser?
No.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Joe. I play Saul, the salamander. I use she, they pronouns, and it is absolutely fantastic to be here. I was given permission to plug some stuff, so I'm going to do that.
Please do. Now's a good time for it.
Yeah, I am on a podcast also with the QueueTimes network, and you can find links to all of our social media, all of our podcast feeds, and transcripts and everything like that at bit.ly/CreatureCast. So yeah, check us out there. And it is called $2 Creature Feature. It's a Monster of the Week podcast where we play, a found family that is based in a carnival. There's a lot of stuff that you should check out. I can't ruin anything, but I think it's a lot of fun, and William edits it, and they do an amazing job at making us sound as beautiful as we do. So thank you.
Great. Well, so this, let's get that handle.
At Shan Horan Draws, ShanHoran Draws on Twitter.
Great. So this show is about the end of the world.
Uh-oh.
It is about a found family that is it's a foster family with a foster father who have all lived together and have been yanked into the apocalypse. They are now finding themselves tracking down a cult and trying to stop the end of the world from happening, while also thinking of backup plans to make sure that people are safe if the world does end up coming to an end. With all of that said, it is a father, a pelican daddy named Din Din, and some kids in an order of age. I'm not going to do the age order.
Is Danail?
I think it's Danail Ladislas. Okay, Danail is an elf. Lots of stuff. Ladislas is a half elf. Druid and other stuff.
Actually, I believe Danail is an Eladrin. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, Eladrin. They're both, yes.
Eladrin.
That's what it is. And then we've got Brenner, who is a human paladin, 14-ish, and then Dowser, who is salamander.
Who's a salamander? He a 2.5 foot tall bipedal red lizard with fire powers from a hermetic. If hermetic means hermits, I realize recently I might be wrong about that, but a hermetic group of people who only one is released to go save the world, and that is Dowser, sort of reincarnated. He is the Avatar Charmander. What was the third thing I realized? Avatar the Charmander.
I don't know.
Something else.
Bilbo.
Bilbo Avatar Charmander is basically Dowser. Yeah.
So more specifically, what happened last time on Hijinks and Dungeon World. So with our return, we opened up on Cormag, who was opened up in Cormag in the top of the Tower of Evrim, which is the city to the east on this continent. Top of the tower, talking to Gwyneth, who is the leader of the cult in that area, and they were all talking big about a rebel group that had been giving them a bunch of trouble, and Cormag had been taking care of them. But then sooner rather than later, we find out that Cormag is Danail in disguise, and Danail is trying to steal something from this cult in this tower. Steals a compass with a kraken sort of imagery on the top of it, and makes his way outside of this tower, fighting people all the way down, turning invisible, jumping around, sneaking through this like mess hall area, and finally running into some guards on the outside of this gate of this castle from out of this tower, tossing the box, the Kraken box compass to Din Din and Reynard. I can't remember the pronunciation.
That just clicked for me.
Yeah, that is just
if
Ray
it
and
is
Ray.
Reynard, yeah,
Reynard.
that's really funny.
It's double because Reynard the Fox is actually a British character as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And they a British character, and Ray used like a French voice. Love it. They took it further from there, snuck around, and basically just like evaded the guards the entire time, did some big battle sort of sequences, and eventually Reynard made a distraction, getting all the guards to follow him as Din Din snuck in through the sewers to get to basically a harbor, like a port area where their ship was, where the family's like boat is waiting for them, and where it's like right next to this building that has been repurposed by the rebels of this town, this city, to be sort of a medical area. What we open on is Dowser inside of this not inside of it, on the top of this ship, this boat. It's a humble boat, but it's not like tiny. It can fit enough of you, and it has like a cruise quarters and stuff. It's on this port, and Dowser, you and Lupe are on the deck. There is a fire, a small fire that the two of you have put together. It's protected. It's like in this like metal cage and stuff, and you're making sure that you're not burning the boat down. But the two of you are gathered around it, and Dowser, you are in a trance-like state, having connected to the flame. And Lupe continues to spit fire into the flame as it grows like further and further upwards, but not too high, and not out to light the boat on fire, but also not to get suspicion, like people walking around. You are trying to keep away from guards and such. And as you fall further and further into this trance-like state, you feel yourself become the flame. And then you feel yourself closed in by this surface around you that very quickly breaks forth, and you are pulled out of the flame, a new Dowser, and your training begins.
Dowser.
And through time, you grow a little unrest in yourself. This is a more rambunctious, we can even imagine it, a more rambunctious Dowser than even the one that we have before us.
And even just being born slightly taller than the Dowser that we know. Just a little taller.
Just a little taller.
And maybe he'll even become taller.
After a bit of your training, like early on, it's apparent to you that all of these old fogies, really, that you're around, these keepers, these older salamanders around that are there to keep watch over the unhatched Dowsers, and then to train the Dowser to become the Dowser, to go off into the world and to save the world from itself. They're not good company,
Dowser wasn't gonna say
as it seems. And Saul, you feel yourself being pried from this egg that is essentially your own shape, but just folded together, as you emerge from the flame one late night, being tugged on by Dowser.
Dowser?
Who are you? What's going on?
Dowser
No.
has awoken you. Come. Do you feel happy?
What is happy? Who's Dowser?
Make a face like Dowser.
And Dowser does a big, like, it could be read as friendly or predatory, depending on if you feel like prey in the situation.
And Saul will try to mimic you as best as they can, but it looks like a pained grimace more than a happy smile. And what do you? Where am I? What do you want?
Dowser has awakened you for this is very bad what Dowser has done, you should know. So Dowser has implicated you in shenaniganery. But Dowser wanted you to maybe be a friend?
I don't. I know I was just born, but I really do seem to like the idea of breaking rules. So can we do that some more? And the friend thing, I think I would like the to be friends. That would be nice. I do think I like that. Yeah.
Would you like to eat 4 spiders?
No. I think
You will
no.
come watch Dowser eat 4 spiders then.
Hey, I'll watch you eat them. I'm not gonna eat them myself. I don't. I know I was just born, but I don't think spiders are something that I am supposed to eat. Maybe. I don't know.
Dowser, this memory washes over you as the flame
Dowser.
consumes this location and time.
Dowser?
And over the next period of time, you remember and you feel and sense from the flame the friendship that you formed with Saul, A. Mander.
As I did name him.
Them for Saul? Was it they, them?
Yeah.
Did name them.
The two of you become very, very rambunctious, quick friends. And it's kind of surprising. I suppose the keepers never expected something like this to happen. So they don't catch on during the period of time that the two of you are training together and having, in fact, hijinks together, pulling pranks on the keepers.
Oh, hijinks.
All sorts of business like that. And you find yourselves... I would say, I mean, it seems like an enormous amount of time, but a couple of years after hatching Saul, the two of you are out on a stroll, like just outside of the main volcanic area of Soar that you are generally supposed to be staying during your training. But at this point, you are getting like a little time outside.
Like we've left the underground. We're out.
Yes,
we're
you've
in
left the
grass.
underground. You're out in like the grass area, and it's like all dead grass. You have to get a little further away to get to.
I want to, like, if you're cool with this, Joe, I think that like so Saul is green, and I think that is something that like maybe like Dowser didn't notice very immediately, but like you get into your color very quickly. I would love if Saul is just like hiding amongst the like mid-height grass out here, and Dowser is trying to find them, camouflaged in the greenery.
Yeah. So Saul will be hiding amongst the grass, saying, "Aha! You can't find me. I'm the same color as the grass. Yada yada yada. You can't find me." And then he's trying to find them. Yeah, but the fact that they are constantly talking really doesn't help them hide very well.
Yeah, but it also doesn't help Dowser find them much better either, you would think. Like Dowser keeps like, "Oh, I got you," and like burns some grass with a flame whip, and you're just not there.
Ah, you tricksy little soul. Dowser will find you and take the bread from the pocket.
No. You're not gonna find me.
Over here.
Not over
I
there.
am not there. I am not there.
Hey, Saul.
Yeah. What's up, Dowser?
When fire wraps around your body, does it hurt you, Saul?
No. Actually, I found out that I could do this. Actually, and Saul will exhale a short burst of like flame from their mouth, kind of like a little dragon, I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that, but
Dowser
I
pounces
can.
onto the flame where it was and just like tackles Saul to the ground.
Dowser found you.
Oh,
The flame will show Dowser the way. You remember this, Saul. It shows you the way too.
The flame is the light and the weight. Yep. I remember that. I remember that.
Flame.
Yep.
This is incredible, Saul. You didn't do that before. Hadn't done it before.
No. I just recently, just a couple of weeks ago, I think. I just found out about that. Yeah, it was a surprise.
It
Big
is
surprise.
it is very, very cool, Saul. Dowser is impressed. This power can what was Dowser told? This power can cause great destruction, and destruction can cause great joy. If pointed in the right way.
Yeah. I love destroying things. Chaos and destruction and fire, and
Really?
it's a whole lot of fun. Breaking
Dowser knows a forest.
rules and yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes,
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, Dowser grabs Saul, and like I think there's a lot of in like the early years of like Dowser running, grabbing Saul's wrist, and like rushing off in a direction.
Yeah, the two of you head to kind of the nearest forest that is around Soar, which like up to the sort of northeast of Soar, there is the Dead Woods, and then a little bit like further than that, up to the northwest, there begins to be an actual forest, but that's like that's a couple like to a couple to a few days travel away. But you can make it like into the Dead Woods pretty quickly. There's there's a lava river that kind of passes through there, and the two of you can kind of sort of float down that a little ways.
Sure, yeah.
To get
have a little swimming race.
a little bit further, like along.
I love the Deadwoods. The Deadwood is my favorite show. I actually love, or sorry, not show. Forest. I love it. It's awesome.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, you know what we do to the things that we love?
We burn them.
We burn them. Yes, we burn them.
Yeah.
So the two of you begin to burn
The Deadwood.
burn the Deadwoods.
Yeah, the Deadwoods.
A little bit. Is this a controlled burn, or are you just?
You said it's been a couple of years, so like this is toddlers with firemancy. So and we're not supposed to be out this early, like out this far, this early in the training. You kind of said earlier, and I think this might be why. I think on Dowser's part, it is not especially controlled, though he may be thinking he is. It is definitely like, I think he's seeing this as an opportunity to test skills that he hasn't really learned yet.
Sure.
And you know me, I did mention that I love chaos and destruction. So 100% uncontrolled.
Uncontrolled.
Unbridled flame.
So the two of you are setting ablaze like the Dead Woods, and I mean, like aptly named, they burn very quickly and very easily, and before too long, this kind of gets away from you. The fire begins raging very, very quickly.
Dowser!
And you hear a skittering.
Huh?
Approaching right towards you. You two so taken up with the flame in the moments don't really prepare yourselves for this I suppose now that I know I'm doing this, like this is gonna be a spider episode is a little bit. Is that okay? Yeah. Spiders.
I did introduce spiders earlier.
Yeah, spiders are all right.
We're all good with that. Okay, yeah. Content warning: some spiders. But these huge spiders, huge spiders. Okay, so these huge spiders start exiting the woods that are now ablaze, and not only this huge spider, but the multiple ones, but this enormous spider known, and you know this as the Spider Lord.
Oh, the Spider Lord cometh, Saul. That's like elbowing Saul. Saul, do you see the Spider Lord breaks his awesome.
Spider Lord is afraid of us. Does that make us the Fire Lord? I mean, like,
Fire Lord Dowser has a good ring. Spider Lord, would you like to speak to the Fire Lord?
Before the Spider Lord is like a little bit away from you, so there's like a bunch of like smaller like
Spider
spiders.
Lord!
A bunch of smaller spiders that are like scurrying kind of past you, just trying to get out of this flame. But as the Spider Lord approaches more and more, you suddenly hear, "Is this your doing?"
Yes!
no. I mean, yes, it is.
Dowser and Saul. Dowser like puts an arm around Saul and like pulls them in. We did such a good job. Look, there was no fire, and now the flame spreads uncontrollably. The whole world could be flames.
The flame
at this
destroys my home.
rate. Alters, you have a new home. It's on fire now.
I can't.
I mean, it's not that big a deal, right? Like, there's plenty of woods around the place. Like, I mean,
Not that big a deal. Well, then it won't be that big of a deal if I eat you up.
No, that would be bad. Wait, Spider Lord.
And the Spider Lord,
you can. It would be
I
heartburn.
need you both to defy danger.
Yes. I would like to roll out of the way.
And that's charisma,
I'm gonna
right? Or
defy danger is charisma. No, it's okay. It's defy danger. You can use dexterity to like kind of tumble out of the way, or like I would also take strength for like a really like hard jump out of the way or something. Strength or dexterity.
That's an 11 then. An 11.
Also, William, I want to shift all these abilities one to the left, so these would be here.
Oh, sure.
Just for this different Dowser, this different time. Not that so that's a 9 plus the 3 for my new dexterity would be 12.
12 and 11.
Yep.
Also,
Okay.
that makes Dowser very unconstituted and uncharismatic, but a little bit better at like dexterity and intelligence.
Yeah, the two of you, bound out of the way as this Spider Lord lunges towards you with all of its. I mean, it's probably using a couple legs to like actually move, but like 4 or 6 like arms swing towards you, trying to grab you. And as the smaller like spiders that are still huge, I can't dismiss this enough. Like the other spiders are about the size of like Dowser. The Spider Lord is like the size of like a semi truck without a trailer.
Wow, cool.
You know, it's like that.
the front. Yeah.
Just the front. A semi truck.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Sans trailer over here, and
from Undertale.
Yeah, and they as these smaller spiders see the Spider Lord bounding towards you, they all change their direction and start to congregate towards you as well in a pretty like malicious manner. What would the two of you like to do? Let's start with Saul.
And as the Spider Lord tries to eat us, I jump out of the way and say, "Ha! You can't catch me. You got no. Fire's a little bit faster than a cold. Can't catch me." And then I'm going to run as far away as I possibly can. Just flee from the Spider Lord. I don't feel like getting eaten today. That would be nice.
So you're running away. Dowser, what would you like to do?
Dowser was like, wait, Spider Lord, wait. And Dowser, like, I think rolled along the ground to like roll away from the Spider Lord and like gets up, still fairly close to the Spider Lord. And I'm going to attempt a parlay. And Dowser like has his hand up, wait, Spider Lord. Dowser is getting the impression. I need to ask you, when fire wraps around your body, does it burn? Does it hurt?
Yes.
Oh, would you believe Dowser that he never knew this, and that Dowser is sorry, and Dowser's brain is hurting? Why do we say, does it hurt, or is it like it feels so good that it hurts?
No, it hurts so bad that I'll kill you.
No,
and the Spider Lord is going to do something again. You want to try parlay?
I think like
you can parlay at disadvantage if you'd like.
I kind of want to. I would like to use an ability that the Dowser we know and love never quite mastered, Moth to the Flame. And Moth to the Flame, when you tempt a weak mind with your inner fire, roll plus wisdom. I would like to roll plus wisdom, which I believe is the same. Roll plus wisdom to see how this plays out.
Oh, sure.
And so that you know, I'm going to not have something else. I'm just like moving things. I'll move. I can.
Oh yeah,
you know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Cool.
I understand what you're doing.
Yeah. Whoops. That is a 4 plus 2.
So 6.
Yeah, so this is great. On a 10 plus, I'll read the whole thing. On a 10 plus, their will is suppressed. They'll follow you and do as you desire so long as nothing startles or surprises them. On a 7 to 9, the effect is only strong enough to distract or confuse them. On a miss, they become agitated and upset, your fire having sparked their hidden desires.
Would it be possible for Saul to aid from a distance?
No, you ran away.
But we're
That's
best friends.
unfortunate.
But Saul, you will see as Dowser suddenly gets like grabbed and the Spider Lord sinks its teeth into Dowser's neck. As Dowser, you need to defy danger Constitution.
All right, and I went ahead and when I was swapping stats, I that is now a flat roll instead of +2 for good old Din Dowser. Oh God, that's a 4 plus nothing.
So Saul, what you see in front of you is Dowser fall immediately unconscious as Spider Lord starts to wrap Dowser up in a web, being produced from the Spider Lord.
Dowser, no. And then I can't, Dowser, my friend, I can't, no. And Saul seems to be kind of panicking and rushing towards Dowser to try and fend off the spider that he should have fought and kept Dowser away from to begin with. And I would like to. Is it possible for me to just straight up attack him, the Spider Lord? I'd like to use Molten Breath, which is basically a ranged weapon with fire, and it's a volley, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that that is a 6 plus 2, so that is an 8, and it doesn't require any ammunition, but I did not get a 10 plus. So.
Okay, well, on a 7 to 9 with volley, you have to choose one of these. You have to move to get the shot, placing you in danger of the GM's choice. You have to take what you can get minus 1d6 to the damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1. But it doesn't take ammo, so you have to do one of the other two.
I'll move to get where I need to be.
Okay,
right.
placing yourself in danger. So
Yeah.
roll me that sweet damage, and then I will tell you what happens.
That is a total of 6 damage.
Does that say ignore armor?
I don't believe so.
Great. Cool.
No.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
So yeah, you tell me what this looks like when you volley this at the Spider Lord.
All right, so Dowser, or not Dowser, because I'm not Dowser, but Saul will start panicking, and as they do, they start panicking more and more and more, and their mouth starts to produce flame. This greenish flame spouts out of their mouth and hits the Spider Lord square in the face, right where he is trying to pick up Dowser and inject him with more poison from.
Yeah. So the Spider Lord goes, oh, and like drops Dowser, still wrapped in web, like just on the ground. But as you were like moving into a position to like get this shot off, all of the other like spider minions basically were like running by, and they snag you, and like you're now like bouncing on top of them as they're like still like running past you, and like you're not being like trampled, but you're being carried along away, like further off into the dead woods, like away from this flame.
No, and further away from Dowser, I'm assuming.
and further away from Dowser. Yes.
I would. Can I like hop along the spiders, like leaping from Frogger
Yes.
style? I
Give me a
guess.
defy danger, probably dexterity.
Have you seen The Hobbit,
Oh.
The Battle of Five Armies?
The Hobbit?
The Hobbit, The
Oh, we're
Battle
talking
of Five
about.
Armies.
Are we talking about Legolas? Yeah.
Do you know Joe?
Yes, I am familiar. I was thinking more along the lines of Frogger though, because like,
Oh,
which is a dated reference, even for me.
Frogger is
And that is
ubiquitous, I think, in Eternal.
6 and 6 plus 2 is 14.
14. Whoa, yeah,
Wow.
wow. Yeah, so you bounce from like body to body on these spider minions, like you're bounding all the way back to the spider lord, who is like dusting the ash off of their face, trying to like regain their vision. Is blurred for a second from getting that like smack with that fire. And you jump like right down to where Dowser is on the ground, still webbed up. What do you do?
I would like to. I doubt that I will be able to carry Dowser, so I will try to burn away the webs. I'll try to burn away the webs
You know what I mean?
and free Dowser.
Yeah, and you can kind of produce flame at will, right?
Yeah, I'm a salamander. That's yeah.
Are you
Then-
the same? Are you an immolator?
I am a bard with
Ooh.
some moves from the Charred playbook, which
Cool.
was third party stuff.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, like you just like let out this flame like very quickly, and burn up the webs that are surrounding Dowser. Dowser is immune to fire, so
Mhm.
it's fine. Well, yeah.
Dowser.
So Dowser, give me another like Constitution roll here, really quick.
Flat roll, flat roll. That's
my
the
God.
5.
Yeah. So
God.
Dowser, for a moment, you look up at Saul as Saul's like burning away this web,
Dowser points at you, like right in your green face, and says, "Dowser."
and then Dowser passes out completely. The Spider Lord comes to at the exact moment as well, and like crouches down, looking you dead in the face, Saul, and goes, "Will you be coming along as well?"
No. I think you should let us go. I mean, like really, like we were just having fun, and like I know that
rhetorical. And the Spider Lord lunges to bite at your neck.
I will defy danger. And that is a 6 plus 4, so 12.
12. Okay, great. Do you want to? I'm like, how do you get out of the way?
So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dodge out of the way. I'm going to dive underneath the Spider Lord's legs and pop out from the other side and basically say, "Nana nana boo boo, you can't catch me," in a very sing-songy, childish way, to try and get the Spider Lord to turn around and chase me, or like turn around and face me.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The Spider Lord turns right around and is like, you're agile now, but we'll see when you get a little bit of my toxin in you."
That doesn't sound good to me. I was told to cut the toxicity out of my life, and toxic people are they're no fun to be around. Definitely not. And I am going to try and heal. Use my arcane art, which is a basic move for the bard, which allows me to weave a performance into a basic spell, and I can heal 1d8 damage. I'm assuming that Dowser has taken a bit of damage. Maybe this will get him back on his feet.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
So roll charisma on a 10 plus. They get the selected effect on a 7 or 9. It works, but I draw unwanted attention. So that is a 7 plus. Hold on. 2. So that is a 9. And I'd like to heal Dowser for.
Can I help by rolling to be healable?
No.
I just have a healable face, you know.
You do have a
That's
healable place.
that's 5 on the D8 to heal Dowser.
Cool.
Great.
Points.
And as you do that, the Spider Lord picks you up with two of the arms and goes in for a bite on you.
No.
Roll me a Constitution, defy danger Constitution.
When I need it, it really does seem to come in handy. That is a 6 and a 5, so 11. Plus
There it
my
is.
con. Yep. 12.
The mandibles or like the fangs of this Spider Lord like attempt to dig into you. But like with your rough like salamander exterior, doesn't really puncture as far as needed, and the Spider Lord is trying to do this very quickly to cease this and get away from this flame.
And I also have armor that when I have a flaming carapace, essentially. It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it does give me +1 armor. So that also.
Yeah, great.
helps a little bit.
And with that, the Spider Lord like pulls the fangdibles, as Ray says in the chat, back out to like smile and be like, "Job well done." And that gives you a moment to like with your roll, you brace out to both sides and drop below the Spider Lord. Seeing Dowser now getting up on the other side. What do the two of you want to do?
Dowser, we should get out of here, Dowser. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Grab me, lead me. Lead
I grab
Dowser.
Dowser and run as fast as we can.
Dowser is running. I think they've got him by the wrist, kind of in a reversal.
With all of the other spiders that are around still, really the only way you can go is into the flame that you've created at this
that
point.
should be all right.
Into the magma river. Swim upstream.
Oh, there are spiders between you and the magma river. You've gone a little bit further into the woods.
Saul, where are we running? You got my hand.
Out of the frying pan into the fire. Let's go into the dead woods.
Into the Dowser, yes.
So the two of you run.
Okay, Markle.
The two of you run,
No.
Markle,
Stop that.
further into the woods where the spiders won't come to you anymore. Into the flame that you yourselves have created, and
Nope.
go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Before long, you are past the flame that you had created yourselves. With how sparse the dead woods are, I mean, sure, like things lit a flame quickly and spread like kind of quickly, but over time, I mean, there isn't a lot of wind in this area. It's like charred, and embers aren't going to be like passed along, and the trees are so far and few between that really, like, you get a little bit further out and it looks like the fire will rage for a bit longer, but might settle before nightfall at this point. But the two of you have never been this far out into the dead woods, and as you are running, you start to see many like carcasses, like skeletons of animals and rather large creatures, sort of like strewn about the floor of these woods.
I don't think we're supposed to be here, Dowser. Maybe the dead woods is not dead because of the trees, but because of these. And I point at the bodies.
I mean, Dowser will say so. Dowser's not supposed to be out this far for sure. But you all are far past the not supposed to be here part of your story.
I don't understand anything that you just said, Jonas.
Dowser's not supposed to be out this far for sure, but you Saul, you are far past the shouldn't be here part of your story. I mean, they didn't want you to be anywhere, and Dowser decides you be everywhere you want. Saul, do you want to be here amongst all of the corpses?
Dead things are generally not something that I want to be around. Like they're kind of scary, honestly. I think
we will get
I
rid of
don't
them.
think we should be here. No.
Oh, you don't want to be here. Well, we go home then. The spiders are probably
but
gone by now. We can go home.
But if we go back, then the spiders they might find us again, and I don't think that's a good thing. No, that might be worse because they will make us dead things rather than just us being amongst the dead things.
Well, the flame always knows the way to go. Maybe we just need more fire.
And as you say that, you see like off in the woods, it's still like kind of like, I would say like afternoon. It's not like the sun isn't going down, but someone is walking around with a torch off in the distance.
This freaking dog.
That is so funny. We're bouncing light off of our door.
Marco just nosed it open.
But we leave the door open just a tiny bit, enough so like we have a bunch of like animals that like to go in and out. And if we don't leave the door open, they'll like scratch on the door and they'll meow or they'll make a bunch of noise.
Mm-hmm.
And Markle, the dog here, exited the room without doing anything to the door, but then came back into the door by just like blowing it open. So then like we don't have a light on us anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, that was pretty funny. But yeah,
someone has a torch.
Yeah, someone has a torch like off quite a ways off in the distance, but like you have an eye for spotting fire.
I think instinctively, Dowser's whenever Dowser sees a person who is not himself or Saul, his instinct is to tell Saul to hide because no one's supposed to know that Saul exists and is out here. So I think it is like Dowser sees them and says hide and just like shoves Saul towards like a direction that might be hideable.
And Saul will try to hide in the most brown, barren patch of shrubbery they can find with their bright green scales. It'll work perfectly.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, how loudly did you yell hide?
I'm 2, so like let me roll a quick check to see if I'm gonna say kind of trying to do it quiet, trying to yell quietly enough that they, as far away as they are, couldn't hear me.
Sure.
But I don't know how far away they are, so let's see.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5 and my intelligence is a wash, so 5.
Okay. So you yell hide, and Saul, your bright green scales hiding like in this brown like dead woods. You see this like flame stop for a second, and then just like at this point, like this person is almost so far away that all you're seeing is the fire like of the torch, and that just starts darting off like away from the two of you. I'm
gonna charge the fire.
I'm gonna run after the fire as well. They know where they're going. We should follow them.
Yes.
Fire.
The flame knows where to go. So the flame knows where to go. Thou sir, follow with the flame.
The two of you need to roll. This won't be a defy danger, but I just want you to roll like, basically like strength, probably.
Okay.
Or like constitution to like constitution for stamina, or strength for like catching up fast. If you want to tail the person, tail. If you want to be tailing the person and like keep up but not like catch them, it'll be constitution. If you want to try and catch the person, it'll be strength.
I want to try to catch them, and I rolled a total of 7.
7, okay. And Saul?
I roll strength, so that would be an 8.
7 and 8. Okay, so like the two of you, I mean, basically what I'm gonna say is the two of you keep up with the flame, and you like bolt for it, and like, but then you wear yourselves down, so you're like super slow, and it's like getting away from you again, and then you build up enough like energy to like do another like little like salamander blast for both of you to be like waddling
bursts, and then the stamina meter has to recharge. Yeah,
exactly. So you're just like you're doing that for a bit, but
and
you
the
don't.
Whole time just singing like thou sir, following the flame.
How long? I just need to know how long would you follow before you're like, we shouldn't be this far out?
I personally, until I drop. Like I literally think if there is a flame in front of me, it's like a dog with a hot dog on a stick, you know?
Sure.
Like this is a fire on a stick that I will follow to the ends of the earth. That's
like a moth to a flame. I will follow the flame as long as I live.
Cool.
So into the night.
Dowser, running far away.
Are you singing this as
This
you're...
whole time? Yeah, Dowser's he's singing the tales of himself, you know?
Okay.
Dowser, super fast. Dowser, gonna catch you.
Dowser. Yes. I join in with you. We do a
Yes.
very beautiful harmony at various points. We're going to start a band. Yeah. it'll be very
Secret
fun.
Dowser. Secret Dowser.
And I mean, like, the two of you follow like into the night for quite a while until you come upon this like cave
Mm.
in this hillside that you see like the flame disappear into.
Is there a light at the end of the cave tunnel?
Well, moreover, like what you see of this like cave tunnel, it like the entrance to it. There is like, it's almost like disguised or like covered by this enormous what genuinely looks like a dragon skeleton.
Oh.
Oh.
Dowser's heard of these.
Oh
Okay,
my
now the
God.
cat did it. All right.
To attack the dog.
Yeah.
So I have a thing called Bardic Lore, and it will give me information on with when you first encounter an important creature, location, or item. You can ask the GM any one question about it. The GM will answer truthfully. Basically, the thing that I chose is grand histories of the known world. So I would like to know.
Let's see.
Is there anything special, or is there any are there any specific legends or myths about dragons being in this part of the world? And is this dragon the one that was mentioned?
I would say so. Like for the location and everything, I would say like your world isn't really known for dragons. Like dragons just aren't really around.
I think it was like Dowser the Second was the last one that died to a dragon. Pretty sure.
Yeah, so
Not a
dragons
long time
haven't been
ago.
around for a while. A very, very long time. But moreover, like as far as like myths and
Oh, now he just opened the door from the middle.
Craig, can you just close it all the way?
Yeah, Markle, stop.
Hey,
Stay.
Marco. But as far as like what you glean from this, like there's not necessarily something about dragons, but there is myths and rumors and like things that you have heard like echoed through history of a group, a cult, as you would hear, that are generally like
Markle, stop.
around
Jesus Christ.
all these animals that are around and are notorious for being hard to find and nail down. You've heard of like small factions of it attempting to do things throughout like the centuries, but nothing concrete. But what you do know is something you heard a long time ago, that may we be shrouded in the dragon's wing.
Dowser, I don't think this is the flame may have led us astray. We should not be here. The dragon this is a bad sign. There's a cult.
Solly.
No, dragons are bad. I don't. I calmed down long enough for you to talk.
Is Saul being a scaredy poop?
No, I'm not scared. No. Cautious?
No. Well, if you're not scared, then it probably isn't a problem if Dowser rushes into the cave after the flame.
Oh, no. Okay. And Saul will rush in first before Dowser can.
It's like, well, if it's gonna happen, cool. Yeah, Dowser will chase.
So the two of you enter this cave like through the wing and the skeleton of this dragon, and just for the player's sake, this
Mhm.
isn't like the apocalypse dragon. The apocalypse
Sure.
dragon was like huge.
Yeah, it was gargantuan. This is huge.
Yes, this is like
Yeah.
this is a
It's
big
large.
this
A
is a
large
large
dragon.
dragon.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's it was. And
Mhm.
as the two of you enter, you see like a lot more like skeletons and bones and such sort of strewn about the inside of this cave as you're going forward. And before too long, you come across a doorway, like a single door, with a torch on each side of it.
One
And
for each of us.
the cave narrows to this point where it's basically like only a human of I mean like a human sized
Mhm.
person
Yeah.
can really like fit, or a couple like side by side.
Mhm.
But as far as height is concerned, they would only have like a foot
Sure.
above, and if it's two people side by side, they would only have like a foot to either side of them. So it narrows from where the entrance is all the way down to just this.
These torches are lit, right?
Yeah, they're lit.
Dowser reaches for a torch and grabs just the flame and brings that back in his hand.
Dowser,
Oh, sorry.
You pass it to Saul.
and I eat it.
Dowser eats the other one.
So now there's no flame in there.
Now there's flame in my hand.
Okay.
Do you think we should go inside? I mean, the flame. You always say it leads the way, and I was lying earlier. I am a little scared, but I do. You think we should go in there? Dowser.
You are scared, Sully? It's okay.
Yeah,
Things are
yeah,
scary.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Of course, I'm scared. I mean, we're. But do you think we should go in there? I mean, we've come so far already. We could turn back. I mean that is an
Oh.
option.
To let you into Dowser's head a little bit, we followed the flame here, so Dowser's already thinking it couldn't be bad.
No.
And as far as Dowser can tell, does this not just seem like another way to get home? I mean, we came out of a cave, we come to a cave, we want to go home. I'm Dowser, so I'm gonna get what I want. Dowser always wins, eventually.
But I'm not a dowser. I mean, like what you. If something bad happens to you, you get to come back. Saul will disappear. But
Well, if Dowser comes back, Dowser just gets Saul back again. Just wake Saul up. Hello, Saul. Good morning. You're green.
It ain't easy being green. But I trust you. I trust you, Dowser. We should do that. We should go in. I think going further into the cave might be a good idea. Sorry. I mean,
well, listen. Yeah. Dowser understands that you are afraid, and it is a very brave thing to admit that you are afraid. This is something that Dowser the Brave and Afraid did cement into his book. So if anything really, really gets to you scary in there, just grab onto Dowser's tail, and Dowser will understand, and we will run straight away, straight out. We'll find some magma for supper. But otherwise, Dowser will protect you, Saul, because you are Dowser's friend. The first friend Dowser ever maybe really had. So you will be safe as long as you're with Dowser.
I'm glad that you think of me as your friend, Dowser. I don't feel the same way about you. No.
Okay. Well,
no, I joke. You know me. I love making jokes and telling lies that I think are funny, but are not.
It doesn't need to be a joke. It doesn't need to be a joke. Dowser is not your friend. Dowser is your.
Dowser, I think of you as more of a parental figure. I mean, you were the first thing that I saw, and you brought me into this world, and I trust you. I trust you. Let's. And I will follow you to the end of the world. Yes.
Dowser,
Daddy Dowser.
And his friend Saul.
Dowser pushes open the door with one hand still on his hip. Tig! So now he's going directly for the light.
So you, Dowser, you put your hand on the door. I need you to roll Defy Danger Wisdom.
Okay. That is an 8.
An 8. All right. You feel yourself like suctioned to the door,
Oh,
and very like quickly you feel the life being drained from you. You
Saul, grab Dowser's tail. You're scared.
Douse, and I try and grab Dowser and pull him away from it as quickly as possible.
you take 6 points of damage. Ignore armor.
Okay, had you healed Dowser for 5 or 8 before? It was 5, right?
There's-
Five.
Then yeah, Dowser is just able to get that out. You're scared, and then like I don't know what happens to Dowser, but that puts me back down to 0
Puts you down to 0.
because I was only healed for 5, and I haven't healed by other means since then.
Wait,
I assume because I
were
went
you at
unconscious
0?
from 1 hit, so I guess I don't know.
Oh no,
Or did I start at
no.
full?
You started
Okay.
at full. You started at full.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Started at
Then
full. You would have taken damage from here. I'll roll that earlier. I didn't get around to doing it, but
just
I can,
whatever die you would roll, I think it's fair to take all of it.
Oh, okay. Well, then you would have ended up with a D10 of
Cool.
Yeah.
Then,
so 10, and then you got healed for 5. So
cool.
like
17, and
so
I
you're
just got
fine.
hit for 5.
Yeah.
Again. Cool. Never mind.
6.
Dowser-
You got hit for 6.
Okay, so Dowser looks bad. He's at half his health, but
Dowser, no. And I try and pull Dowser away from the door, assuming that is the
As soon as you
cause
grab
of
onto Dowser, I need you to roll a Defy Danger Wisdom as well.
That's the same thing I rolled a minute ago. That's odd. That would be a 10 plus 0.
10 plus 0.
So 10.
So 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you successfully pry Dowser off of this wall, and you yourself also do not. You feel like the effects of it for a second, like the suctioning and like a little bit like you feel a little bit of fatigue, but you yank Dowser off of it.
And Dowser, and I slap Dowser across the face. Dowser, wake up! And I
Dowser's
will,
awake.
trying to Dowser, wake up! You can't die. I
Dowser's
can't let you
awake.
die. Dowser, don't die! Don't die! It's not Dowser.
Dowser doesn't die yet. It's fine.
Oh.
And behind you from the entrance, you hear a large like stone sound.
Dowser grabs Saul's tail and starts running out towards the way we came in.
You're scared. You're scared. It's time to go.
And I'll follow Dowser.
The two of you run back to like where you remembered there being an entrance and an exit to this cave, and there is none.
Other way. Keep running.
I think. And then
Wait,
I grab your tail and I run
Between a
towards
wall.
the door. I think we can only we have to go through the door. I mean, I think that's the only way out.
Okay, you turn around.
I grab Dowser's tail and pull him towards the.
Cool. Yeah, I would like to, as we're charging this, I want to be like preparing. So emulators can just like summon a fire weapon. I want to be summoning basically just like a half orb shield of fire in front of me, like you know Wario does that like side attack. It's like that kind of effect.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
To charge through the door with the wall of fire.
Okay, cool. And Saul, what would you like to do?
I will basically be hiding behind Dowser's shield of fire, and Dowser themselves, trying to push them through, just in case there's any sort of resistance from the door itself.
And is that just going to
Cool.
be like a?
I have to roll Burning Brand to summon it, which is plus Constitution, so at a penalty. I would love an aid on this. I think this is
Yeah.
we can.
You can help. You can be helping like produce a flame as well, like Saul. So like, you roll your aid, and your bond with Dowser, I would say, is +2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm at a 5, so we need your aid.
Okay, so I rolled 2 1s, and then my bond is +2, right? So I believe that is a 4, if my math is correct.
Okay.
So you both failed.
Mhm.
The two of you are bounding towards the door. Dowser like preparing to.
It's like waving in and out.
Yeah,
It's like
this
like
flame shield. I mean, you're feeling a little fatigued from like the life that was just sucked from you in that moment, and Saul Amander, with all the confidence in the world in their parent,
They're Dowser.
They're
Daddy
Dowser.
Dindin. No, not Daddy Dindin. Daddy Dowser, you can do it. I believe in you. And I'm gonna push you towards the door, and I think I just pushed you into the door rather than through the door.
And the two of you collide with the door. And Dowser,
Dowser.
you are awash with flame. And suddenly your eyes open back up, and across from you, you see Lupe spitting fire into the flame, maintaining it as you are remembering being told this story of a life you lived in the past as a previous Dowser, coming to knowing that in that moment, that was Dowser's last moment.
You could have been green.
Ugh. That would have been hard. I've heard it's not easy being green.
You have no idea.
And that is where we are going to take our break. So thank you
right.
so much, Joe, for being here. When we return, we will have two other people. And Jonas will not be here
I will
anymore
not be
either.
here. I'll be in another
Do you
room
two want to do
watching.
really quick, like,
Yeah, I'm
outros?
at Twitter on Jonas Newhouse. I'm also in a show on Sundays, Pathfinder show called Court of Corvids. William and I play married characters. It's really fun, and we're in a very fun arc right now. We just got done with some mine stuff, and William and I are in a band called Glass Beach. Will you talk about it at the end?
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
They'll talk about it at the end.
Joe.
I have been Joe, and I will continue to be Joe for a little while longer yet. You can find me every week on $2 Creature Feature, a podcast that is available on Spotify. Tomorrow on our YouTube channel, we are having a special one-shot with Megan Murphy, Murphy Pop Art, one of the QueueTimes fans and well-known friends. You can find links to all of our stuff at bit.ly/creaturecast. And you can find me on Twitter at Caring Lizard. I apparently have a brand, and that is lizards. So
Yeah, you were a
everything-
very caring lizard today.
Yeah.
thank you so much for having me on. And yeah, it was a blast. I loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, it was super fun. I love what we got to do. I also I don't know. It was just super fun to explore another Dowser. This is the third Dowser we've seen on QueueTimes, technically. Yeah, it was very
I'm just
fun.
happy that I managed to kill a Dowser. That's such a
Yeah.
great
First
accomplishment. I
Dowser
will
death on
say.
QueueTimes. That's good. If you like see me and Joe play together, I was also on a couple episodes of $2 Creature Feature where we played D&D, and that is on your YouTube channel, right? The $2
Yeah, it's
Creature
on
Feature?
our YouTube channel, which is the number 2, the word dollar creature on YouTube. And I believe it's next week we will release the first part of your guest shot on Spotify as well. So.
Cool. So look forward to that.
Cool,
That was
cool.
also a lot of fun.
Yeah, nice. Okay, hell yeah. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be back with the second half of this episode, and that will feature two other people. I'll have them introduce themselves right at the beginning. So it'll be great. One of them is another core cast member. Jonas is a core cast member, by the way.
Dowser will be here to
and
stay.
Joe has been a guest, and we will have another core cast member with another guest. So enjoy that. 10 minutes. We'll be back. We'll be back at 7:53-ish, around that area. So do what you got to do, get some water, whatever. Thank you so much. Brenner, it's been a couple days since you found your time here in Evrim. You are currently inside of a medical building, a building repurposed as like a medical center for this small rebellion that is happening against the cult in Evrim. You are here watching over Ladislaus's body, and you are here with Humphrey. And the two of you are tasked to, like, during this heist, to kind of just be making sure Ladislaus is okay, and like making sure that everything is going to be fine. You're just outside of like the port where the ship is that all of you are preparing to go out on as soon as the package, like the compass, has come back with the rest of your family. Dowser and Lupe are out on the ship as I speak right now. And the two of you are inside of this. The building itself is sort of like tan, not really anything special, just sort of worn down. Some of the buildings on the outside, like of this port, it's not a very popular area, are kind of not being used all that much. So not a lot of people come around here. Not a lot of people like do upkeep for these buildings. So they're a little torn down, a little like some walls have caved in, that sort of thing. And the two of you are on a second floor of one of these buildings. There are other rebel like people that are in beds around the area. There are a couple other medical like workers that are tending to them as well. And the two of you sit really across from each other. Ladislas's body lying still between the two of you.
Well, these periods of sitting down are limited because Brenner, although trying to keep calm, they can't help but get up every once in a while and kind of pace back and forth. I think it would be appropriate to say that maybe Brenner and Humphrey are playing some sort of board game to keep themselves occupied.
Yeah,
Chess
definitely.
or checkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also all the while, Brenner is also in their head, conversing with Ipsana from time to time.
And then Humphrey, not only what are you up to, like where's your mind at, but as you're sitting like playing chess and or checkers and or chess, we're playing chess.
Both, yeah.
We're that good.
Yes.
But while that's happening, what would we see from Brenner's perspective? Like, what are we looking at here? Basically, roundabout asking you what your character looks like.
Yes, no, it's okay. So Humphrey is quite a tall gentleman. He is human. He is quite striking in the fact that he has quite like long blue hair. Am I a bit robot-y? I don't know. No, I have no idea. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. So
Okay, I'm good. Sorry, I'm a bit tired, so I kind of zoned out there. Yeah.
Can you remind me what time it is?
Isn't it like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.?
4 a.m. Yes, and I've not slept. I should have had a nap or something.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Everything will be fine. I won't do anything rowdy, rambunctious. Nothing for you to keep up with. That's a lie.
Yeah. Yes. No, it's okay. And he definitely appears like a priest or kind of medical figure. He's not wearing any armor. Doesn't have any weapons apart from a staff that he's just kind of left leaning against the wall. I imagine he would be quite focused on the game because he's not very good at tactical games. So he's like he's doing like the pretend, yes, and like very slowly and then moving away and then going, but he has no idea how to play this game.
Actually, neither does Brenner. So
Yeah.
we're both just like making.
We're psyching each other out.
As the two of you are mindlessly playing this game,
we're like moving the chess pieces in the wrong direction, but we're like, "Ooh, good move, good move."
One of you does one, and the other like, "That's how
it's chess and that's how it's chess and checkers at the same time. We didn't know that they're two separate games. We just put all the pieces on at the same time.
Yeah, we combined the rules.
As the two of you are doing that, someone hurries into the room for a moment and goes, "We've heard word from the castle in the tower. Cormag, Danail, has begun the descent. So hopefully everything will be all right, and they'll be back soon."
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Any change with Ladislas? And you look
no.
like there.
Yes.
There's been nothing.
No. Unfortunately, not. No change in the condition.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll keep you updated on when Danail and Din and Reynard and the rest of them get back.
Thank you. I trust that Strogi.
Oh,
It's being
Strogi.
taken care of.
Yes, Strogi is outside, right outside the window, actually, of this floor, keeping pretty close by.
Oh, so there.
Well, I
Oh.
mean, like out on like a perch, like up on what are those retractable what am I thinking? Awning. There we go. An awning, like on one of the lower levels. But so you wouldn't like notice Strogi is there unless you were looking for him. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you look out the window and like kind of like around the corner to the right, you would see Strogi just hanging out.
Had to account.
Naturally.
Yeah, the person leaves the room.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is it my turn? I really haven't been paying attention.
Yes, I believe it is your turn. But it's quite okay. We don't have to play the game if your mind isn't in it.
Oh, no, of course. I mean, I want to give you a challenge. I mean, I know you're so good at it. I'm really just learning from you at this point. So I'm going to move my bishop here, and
Okay.
Brenner like
Picks up the rook.
picks up the rook, yeah,
Yeah.
and moves it like in an S, like
Yes,
you're
the Stanley maneuver. Yes, I'm familiar with that one. I have no idea what I'm doing.
wait, was that too, Brenner?
No, that's in his head. He's just like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. Also, maybe Brenner's like, Sana, tell me I'm not making a fool of myself.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't know. You both seem to be doing pretty good. If I'm being honest, I have no idea what you're playing.
How are we? I feel like this is a well-known game. How are we to
Both, I mean, like both of them are well-known games, but playing them at the same time, I've never seen anybody try it before, so it's all you.
I didn't realize we were playing both these games at the same time?
Oh, do you not know what you're doing?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, well, then you're horrible. You're doing so
Oh,
bad.
Okay, great. Well, Brenner just like smiles across at Humphrey, just like, you know what? I don't know why. I'm just gonna come clean. I don't know how to play this game.
Oh, thank you for saying that because now my conscience is clear because I also have no idea what this game is. So yes, there we are.
Okay, great. Let's
Yes.
and Brenner just like moves it aside. This was
Yes,
stressing
exactly.
me out.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Mhm.
Also, thank you for being here, Humphrey. I'm sure I would
It's
be
quite-
more of a nervous wreck if I was just on my own.
It's quite all right. This is part of a medic's duty to not just the patient in the bed, but also the patients around. Yes.
Oh, you're watching all of these other patients too.
Uh,
Um,
yeah. Yes, more or less. It's to keep an eye on their
I
condition.
I feel like Vladislav and I are being spoiled with your attention, so that's
Oh no,
thank you.
it's quite okay. I make sure that I check everyone just to make sure that they're doing well and when they can get better. Obviously, this is a slightly different case than I'm used to, but we make do with what we have. Yes.
After that little bit of a silence with the two of you sort of, figuring out exactly how to keep each other's company with all of this going on, another person like re-enters the room. It's that same person. A little bit of a hiccup. We just had a couple guards sort of coming around the area, not exactly nearby here, but a few blocks away. Some of our watchers were, watching them. They are going around asking people if they've seen a bird and a fox, which I can only assume is Din Din and Reynard. I'm guessing the handoff has happened and Danail is on to the next part of the distraction, but I didn't think that they were going to get found out so soon. So hopefully everything is going okay. But that, just so everyone knows, that is something that is going on, and is very rare for us to see guards this far out. So
Thank you.
Yes, thank you once again for the information.
and that person leaves.
Yes.
Brenner closes their eyes and is just focusing on their breathing for a moment.
Yes. Guards this close by. Very strange. But I shrug. Doesn't. It's fine. They won't get any closer.
The two of you, I mean, kind of like probably have a little bit of a small talk back and forth every now and then. There seems to be like a lot of silence between the two of you, and Humphrey, every now and then maybe you get up and check on the other people that are in the beds around here. And before too long, that one person comes back again. So from what we've heard, they are looking for a fox and a bird. And the only reports that we've been overhearing is that of two birds together, which I can only assume is Reynard's cleverness in disguising himself as a bird as well. Because I mean, I guess if you're looking for one bird, when you see two birds, you just go, "Oh, it's probably not them," right?
I suppose.
Yes.
So hopefully that's okay. There has been a little bit of a mess. Some running has occurred. We haven't been able to track down Danail again. I'm sure Danail's fine. I mean, everything seems to be going okay. I hope your family's doing all right. But it sounds like they have the compass.
Well, that's good news.
So we will continue to inform you. We have lookouts around the marketplace area, and we're trying to get a few of them into the banking, like business district, but it's kind of hard. It's gated off. But it did look like Din Din and Reynard might be heading that direction. So hopefully everything's going to be okay.
I mean, is there anything you need from us? Is there like anything at all that we can do?
And when you ask that, all of you like hear kind of like a knocking down like a level below, and like the person in the doorway just like stops flat. I'll be right back. And they exit the same way they came, and you hear another knocking, and you hear a voice from down below saying, "Oi, aye, is there anybody in there? We're on the lookout for some fugitives, some scorpion fella, a bird, and a fox." Aye. And then you hear a response down below, like as like a door opens. It's like, "Oh yes, hello." And this is like a little far away, so it's kind of hard for you to make out like what you're hearing. But yes. I'm sorry. Yes, myself and a few of my friends are just, we're kind of milling about, checking out these old abandoned buildings. I hope that's not too much of a problem. And the guard responds, "Well, I don't think you all should be in here. I mean, if this isn't your domain, I suppose you'd be trespassing right now. And seeing as how we're looking out for suspicious acts and characters, I might have to come in and have a little bit of a talk, a little bit of a chat with you and your friends." And immediately that you hear two very loud like bonks, like the sound of someone like striking someone very hard, and then like the collapsing of bodies. And then you hear a dragging noise, and you hear the door close, and then quick footsteps like up the stairs to your level again. And that same person comes back in like sweating and kind of distressed and goes, so very unlikely situation, but the guards have arrived. Heard some noise inside. We were trying to keep it a little bit less conspicuous, I suppose, and did not succeed in that manner. So, two of our watchers took care of them, and hopefully that's all we'll have to deal with. But are the two of you okay?
I is there some place we can move Ladislaus to ensure absolute safety?
We do have a series of sort of like hidden hole doorways from building to building. You'll have to like lay down a bridge to go between in the alleys, but we also we can start getting people out. That's a good idea. We should start
Yes.
doing that. So let's start getting the injured out of this building, move them a few buildings down, and then we can see if we can get them into the sewer system and take them to a different location. But I know you and your family have to be at this port, so we'll try to keep things aloof as much as we can. But we'll have some people come in, and if you could help start taking people over to the next like building, and we'll take it from there. That would be great.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry
of
again.
course.
We
No.
didn't think they would come out this far. Sorry.
It is absolutely fine. It is not your fault. You could not have predicted this. So there is no harm, no foul.
Thank you, Humphrey. You're always so patient. I appreciate it. And that person like leaves and gets a few more people, and before long they're up and they're starting to like take people on like cloth gurneys and stuff, and taking them off to the end of this room where they basically like pull back a curtain, and there's a plank of wood that they move to the side, and there's a hole there, and they take that plank of wood and they lay it down as like a bridge between this building and the next building, and they start like guiding a lot of the other like bedridden individuals through there as well.
I think as these patients are being let out, Brenner is just very lightly touching each one and giving them not like a boost in health, but maybe just like a calming
Sure. Yeah.
sensation just to help them in case they're agitated with why are we moving? What's going on?
Yeah. And I mean, like, essentially, like, the two of you are healers. So I think, like, there are, like, I would say that in this game, like, there are, I mean, like, debilities that,
Mhm.
so, like, functionally, as far as this is concerned, I feel like the two of you together had taken time and, like, you have healed them to the best of your abilities.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that, like, just take time to recover.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what these people are bedridden with, whether it be pretty severe like broken bones or stuff like that, stuff that has been mended but is still like sensitive and that kind of thing, or whether it be like a head injury. So yeah, that like calming aspect of not necessarily healing like goes a long way for all of them as they're being moved about.
Yes. Humphrey will be also helping, picking up people where possible and just taking them through.
And as you're getting all of these patients out into the next building, and then more of this like syndicate, like this rebellion sort of thing, take from that building to the next building. Really, I'm assuming you would want to stick around, like kind of keeping an eye on Ladislaus for the most part.
Yeah, definitely.
So you help them move people out of that building, but and they continue moving onward. As that is happening, with the final like patient that they're taking out, suddenly they stop and pull the patient back in, and then move the wooden like bridge back up for a moment, and everyone is like silent, and you hear footsteps around the outside, like the alleyway between the two buildings.
Brenner really without thinking kind of grabs for their halbert, tight grip.
Humphrey will go for the staff, and looking at the halberd, will then look back at his staff and be like, "Okay, I might not be equipped for a fight, but I'm going to try." I don't have anything pointy, but I can hit them, so that's the key.
And after a little while longer, footsteps seem to move far away enough that you can't really hear them anymore. But the people around are still very quiet. The two that were like holding that like cloth gurney of the one patient are still like holding it up as to not like make any noise, and you can see the tension in their bodies as they're sort of getting fatigued from how long they've been silently holding. The person who had been like sort of orchestrating all of this like comes back into the room from downstairs and looks at everyone like and tiptoes towards the two of you and whispers, "Okay. So there were guards outside in the alleyways. There are a few more that seem to be approaching. Our lookouts throughout the city have said that a few of the guards seem to be converging on this spot. It appears as though Din Din and Reynard have commenced in a battle in the business district. They got in somehow, probably with Reynard's magic key, let's be real. So there's a bit of something going on there. Hopefully that's distracting enough for not so many guards to come here. But we really need to evacuate this building. If you want to go to a building over or something, it's not safe to like drop the bridge at this moment. But it appears that they are kind of casing the where we are.
Brenner is quiet for a moment, racking their brain.
Well, I, for one, will not be going anywhere until all of the patients are safely into the other building. So I shall stay right here. Thank you very much.
And I will stay with Humphrey. I don't think anyone should be splitting up or being left alone. And of
Humphrey-
course, Ladislas.
Humphrey looks visibly a little bit better. He's like, "Oh, thank goodness, it's not just me."
I for one, I'm going to stay until the last patient is gone. Me too. Oh my god.
I was still going to do it, but it feels better knowing that I'll have backup.
The person like nods again and exits back down the stairs. And the people holding the other patient are kind of beginning to shake a little bit now. But everyone is staying quiet, having not heard footsteps outside for a little while. And before long, they the two that are holding that one patient start to kind of kneel down towards the ground just to set this patient down. And as they do, like the floorboards beneath them begin to creak. And they wince at every creak, and they stop for a moment thinking maybe they shouldn't put this person down and like just get back up again. But the two of them have just been standing here for too long and collapse all the way down to the ground and just lightly set this person down. The floorboards creaking all the way down. But to all of you, perhaps it is just super loud because you're focused on it. And maybe the guards outside aren't even there. And even if they were, maybe it was so quiet that they couldn't hear it. And then the building over, you hear the sound of someone just blasting through the wooden door outside. And you hear footsteps all at once, like stomping into the building next to yours.
Brenner turns to Humphrey and in as calm of a voice as they can muster, just say, "Humphrey,
Yes,
we're gonna be okay.
of course.
I think I can. I will protect you, as hard as I can, as much as I can.
Thank you.
I'm feeling a little. I feel like something. Well, just know that I'm here. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's quite all right. I understand. And know that I am here for you and for the rest of the patients here. Nobody's going to die today, and nobody's going to suffer. Apart from the people breaking in. We're probably going to make them suffer, but that's okay
Sure.
because they're the
Yeah.
they're the bad guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
But yes, the injured people will stay safe. That's the key. Yes.
Sorry, I keep forgetting about the other injured people. I'm literally all my focus is on Ladislas and you.
it's-
But yes, the
it's-
other people.
Yes, it's quite okay.
I will
It's
try. I will
understandable.
try and make sure that they are okay as well.
It's quite okay. Don't worry. I'm remembering them. It's okay. I've got you covered.
And the person who has been continuously coming in, like rushes back in again, looking around, like making sure everyone's okay. Okay. We literally, I should say literally, we literally just had gotten everybody out of that other building, and they were another building over. So everyone is fine, but they have begun circling this building. We boarded up the door downstairs, and by boarded up, I mean there's hooks on the inside of the door, and we put the board down, and we didn't want to make too much noise. Otherwise, we would have like nailed some more boards in place. But the windows are shuttered closed. The door is as barred as it can be at the moment. There's not much else I can think to do right now. You can either the building that we could get to, that we still need to get this patient through, seems to be filled to the brim at the moment. I don't know what to do. We're surrounded.
Interesting.
And at that moment, you hear a bang on the door downstairs, and it's not a knocking like what you heard before. It is someone trying to kick the door down.
At this moment, I want to cast a spell, or at least prepare to cast a spell. Can I do that?
Yeah. Do you have a spell in mind?
Yeah, I just want to do blessing. Am I able to do it on both Humphrey and Ladislas?
Can I see what it reads?
Yes.
I
Or
also
blessed,
have
I guess.
Bless.
I also have bless us. We just both bless each other. Aha,
Yeah,
loophole.
'cause
So so bless is your deity smiles upon a combatant of your choice. They take +1 ongoing so long as battle continues, and they stand and fight. While this spell is ongoing, you take -1 to cast a spell. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the two of you want to bless each other really quick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's. Or
Okay.
yeah, I mean.
So as soon as like the bang on the door happens, you both like
Turn.
internally you're like, "Don't worry, I'll protect you." And you look at each other and like cast spell, like both of you cast bless
Yeah.
on each other. So let's let's get 2d6 plus your wisdom, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Oh no. Here's my paladin.
I got a 9.
9.
I'm a 6.
You're a 6.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. Cool.
Your god doesn't smile very brightly on me,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Ixana must be mad at me for something.
If someone's distracted trying to figure out how to play chesters,
Yeah.
she's like sitting there like in a void, just going like, oh, how would I? But if it's both pieces,
I'm like trying to reach her with my mind. I'm like, Ipsy.
I'm trying to
Ipsana?
bless. I'm trying to bless this dude.
Can I need some blessing?
But you got a 9. So Ani, 7 to 9. Where's the cleric spell sheet
Oh
Right
yes.
here.
for casting a spell
Oh, sorry. Here.
for cleric? Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, we got. Let's rustle some papers over here.
So many.
So on a 7 to
papers.
9, you cast the spell is cast, but choose one. You draw unwelcome attention or put yourself on the spot. GM will tell you how. Your casting distances you from your deity. Take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you commune. Or after it is cast, the spell is revoked by your deity. You cannot cast it again until you commune and have it granted to you. So what would you like to do?
I think the last one would probably work
Sure. Yeah.
best.
So you just
if
forget
that-
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just
Okay,
like,
so-
I don't know how to bless anymore.
So Brenner, you get a +1 ongoing as long as combat continues, and Nye, you don't.
I feel good about it though. You know, a friend blessed me, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel okay. I don't feel magically better, but
and as that happens, you hear just a cacophony of sound as a door gets blasted open from below, and like footsteps like stomping like in, and you hear swords drawn and like fighting happening the level below you as other of these guards like start to like storm up the stairs.
I don't know if it's been done already, but Brenner quickly closes the door to their room. And then any beds that were able to be vacated, I think Brenner's just gonna start pushing them up against the door.
Yeah, give me.
create a
Could you?
barricade.
Are you gonna help out on that?
yes, I will. Yes.
All right,
Humphrey
then
will.
can I get a defy danger from one of you, and the other one can roll an aid?
Okay.
Okay.
Which one wants to do?
I mean, I guess I'll defy danger.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'll
Yeah.
provide.
You can do
these.
strength
Okay.
for this, for like pushing the beds in and stuff.
Oh my gosh! I literally got the exact same roll I got last time. Plus strength, you said?
I did as well, but through different numbers.
Yeah, it's plus bond, and your bond is probably 0. So,
yeah, that's fine. It's a 9 again, a 6 and a 3 this time.
I got a total of 8.
total of 8.
Yeah.
Okay, well, on a defy danger, but you with a +1. Wait, you got what did you get, Nye?
I got a 9.
And a 9. On a 7 and 9, you grant the +1, but you also expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost.
We board up the door, but I'm on the other end of it. It's boarded up. Wait.
Starts knocking vigorously. Wait a minute.
That's very silly and it's super funny. But let's see, defy danger. So on a 7 and 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or an ugly choice. So I think you start like pushing these beds and like everything in the way, just like a moment too late. And like the door gets like bashed open, like, but it's not open all of the way. And what happens is someone like reaches through and grabs Humphrey as you are like pushing this stuff in. And they're like, and these guards start like pulling Humphrey through the door. So literally what happens is like, if you can, like, you would be able to really barricade this door and like close it up, but you're not going to be able to do that until like Humphrey is either on your, like tugged back onto your side or tugged like through to the other side. So that's like what we're looking at right now.
Okay.
Wait, was that my hard choice?
That was, yeah, that's your hard choice. Like Humphrey,
okay.
Humphrey gave you the +1, but like got exposed to danger. So that was the danger, retribution, or cost that I gave to Humphrey, and
okay.
so it's a combination of your 2 rolls.
Um.
So right now, Humphrey being grabbed and being pulled through the door. What would the two of you like? I'll start with Humphrey because Humphrey, you are in immediate like danger at the moment. And now that you're kind of on the other side of the doorway, you see that like the hall is like filled like up the stairway with guards.
Okay, yep. I would like to attempt to break the grab that they have on me. I don't know. I imagine they're just grabbing onto my like cloak, so just like kind of pull the hand off or something.
Yeah, since I wasn't working off of like a complete failure for you, I'm not going to make this a defy danger, but I will have it be like just roll with like probably strength.
Okay, that's no problem.
Ray says strip.
It's not good. It's a 4. I'm not very strong. Yeah.
So Brenner, what you see is Humphrey in front of you get yoinked right through the doorway and like onto the other side. What do you do?
I'm gonna grab my halberd and like I have the weapon end or the heavy end, and then I'm gonna stick it through the door and say, "Grab,
Grab hold. Sure.
Okay.
Come back.
Yeah,
Where did you
okay.
go?"
Yeah.
Thinking, don't go over there. Yeah. So you put that through, and Humphrey, like you see that, and you hear Brenner like yelling, like grab on, as
Okay.
these guards start to like try to shuffle you pretty much like down the stairs. It's like they're pushing you from like person to person to person. Give
Oh,
me a
wow.
defy danger of like of dexterity to snag this halberd.
Okie doke. Oh boy. Oh, that's not too bad. That's an 8. So it's not great, but it's not terrible.
Okay, with defy danger on an 8, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. So I think in this instance, like you can get a hold of the halberd. I'll say that. This is, I'm giving you like a hard choice here. You can get a hold of the halberd, but that that would be seen as like an immediate like insurrection, and they will begin being completely hostile towards you. Because right now they're not like trying to stab you or anything; they're just trying to like
Yes.
capture you. But
Uh-huh.
you like trying to evade them, grabbing out of the halberd and like getting back to the other side of the door is like it's gonna hit them in their like egos. They're gonna be really mad at you and just start stabbing.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna grab the halberd then, because yeah, that's not I mean, it's not good for me, but it's also not good for the people behind the door. We have a couple seconds of leeway where they're not gonna instantly start trying to
So
murder
Humphrey,
us.
you start getting shuffled down the stairs pretty much, and and you see this like Brenner for a moment as guards like then start to grab for your halberd and like see if they can pull you through to the other side. What would you like to do?
I want to.
You know what? I'm not gonna like retcon this, but you got a 9 because of the aid from Humphrey, and you have a +1 ongoing because of Bless. So you actually succeeded your first defy danger.
Okie dokie.
So what do you want to do right now? You succeed at it.
Oh, well.
I want to kill all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say the end of my halberd is a hook. No,
Suddenly, it always has been. We just haven't talked about it.
I just pull Humphrey right back in there. No, I'm gonna. Oh well, so then, wait, are we going all the way back?
No,
Wait.
we're not going back.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
okay,
whatever you want to
okay.
do next, I'm just gonna have you succeed at it.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to, here's
The thing
where
you want
I'm
Humphrey
at.
back in the room.
I want Humphrey back in the room,
All right.
but okay, what?
Yeah, let's like so here.
Because I don't want to leave Ladislaus.
No, I got you. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like if they the guards start like grabbing onto your halberd and they like pull. So like a thing like so in instance like when they pull, you like let them pull you through the doorway.
Okay.
And they don't expect like no like resistance. So all of those guards just fucking tumble into each other, and they start like hitting the others. Like it's so packed, it's like a domino effect, and you basically like domino these guards all the way down, like enough that like the ones that are grabbing and holding on to Humphrey at the moment like also kind of trip over each other and fall, and enough for Humphrey to get loose, like grab onto your halberd, and you and Humphrey like back into the room and close the door.
That's exactly how it happened.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry. Genuinely, it's like it is because I screwed up. You should have just succeeded the first time. That's on me. That's on me. But here we are. You got to do a cool domino thing. So the two of you are on the other side. You push the beds and everything back up to the door. Immediately, guards start like taking swords and like stabbing through the door and like kicking at it, and they're not really like getting much like give on the door. But before long, they will just chop the sucker down. What do the two of you want to do?
Really quick, I want to take note to Laura's comment. Ipsy has suddenly started paying attention. It's like Ipsy's like, "Oh my god, hey dude, how's it going?" And then yeah, it helps us like bombard these. Yeah, thanks for joining us, Ipsy. We're kind of in a situation here. Yeah, I think just as securely in the moment as much as they can, we're just gonna or it what's my name? Brenner is gonna is gonna be just making sure they can put bed frames in a way so that it does like completely lock the door, so that there has to be some sort of like major resistance happen before anyone can get through. But then also checks on Humphrey. Brenner says, wow, are you okay? That happened really fast.
Yes, I'm quite fine. I have been roughhoused by guards before, and it's quite okay. There are a lot of them though. Like, whoa, like that's a lot. That's all I had to say as I was being funneled down. So we
I
should
have to say,
probably get. Yeah.
I'm super impressed with just your ability to stay very, very calm and centered. It seems I aspire.
You're both having this
Oh, thank
conversation.
you.
It's like
Yeah. It's all about state of mind, and actually, we should probably get moving because they're going to get in here.
Yes,
pretty quick, so
absolutely.
it's-
Yes.
Okay. So remind me again, the drawbridge between the other building was raised to
yeah,
'cause
they
we were trying to
basically
hide.
pulled it back up. Those two people are off like to the other side of the wall, still like resting on the ground with that final patient.
Okay. Oh, part of me is like, let's just drop the drawbridge and run, but also lots of guards with probably pointy things, which might
Well,
not be a good idea.
And the guards were also in the other building that
Oh
that
yeah.
garbage next to. But as like you are assessing this situation, the two of you start hearing an interesting sound coming from the windows on the outside, like just like outside of the windows. No. And then you suddenly see boom, a hand grab up, and then boom, another hand as guards start hoisting themselves up in the windows.
Brenner's gonna take their halberd and fucking swing it.
Give me a hack and
Yeah.
slash. Would you like to do that as well?
Yes. I shall
Yeah.
do the same.
So that's 2d6 plus your strength.
What the hell?
Oh, 6 for me.
Me too.
Oh God.
Complete
Okay.
fails. I feel like then, yeah, maybe Brenner is just so taken off guard by these guards coming up the window.
You got a 7. You have a +1
Oh yeah. you
Oh,
probably
okay.
got one.
because of bless.
I was like so ready with the
Yeah.
fail
You're sitting here
narrative.
like, and they come in and they stab me and I die. Yeah, but you have a +1, so
Okay, great.
you can get your attack off, but they are going to deal damage back to you in
Sure.
return. And did you want to call out your exterminatus?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you basically do your like you.
Exterminatus.
Well,
I want everyone to imagine the halberd as a wand for a moment. Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
So,
no,
yeah,
no,
go
no.
for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I love Jonas saying like, is William gonna have to kill them too? Yeah, because I killed Dowser in the last one. So I'm just gonna kill everyone. That's so funny. But yeah, so you go to do your exterminatus, and like the vitality that you feel like when you do that does not feel there. And you remember the last time that you felt that was when you were fighting the dragon in Novre. But still, you push forward and you make your strike on this individual. So roll your damage, and it's going to be a D10 and a D8.
Oh, thanks. 11.
11. And you have one. Oh, it's 12 because you have a +1 piercing
Boom.
for your halberd as well. So that's like 1 damage that ignores armor, and also it's a +1 damage. So yeah, so you run this guard right through. And like in their last like moment before they fall like off the windowsill, they like had a dagger in hand as they were like climbing up, and they like slash at your at your arm. But you know what? You have reach on your halberd, so they don't even get to you.
Am I able to swipe their dagger?
You can
though?
swipe their dagger,
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, so they go and they miss, and you swipe the dagger from them and they fall back, and as you like peer out the window, looking at them as they fall to the ground. You see like a ladder like put up to both of the windows inside of this room, and more guards are like climbing on this. And this is the first time you're getting a peek at the ground around you, and it's ostensibly like packed with guards. Like it seems like all of them are converging on this one spot.
Can I interject really quick?
Yeah.
And taking that all in, but also as this guard is falling, can I take the dagger and throw it back at him?
Yeah, you want to pin him to the ground or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want him coming back up the window.
absolutely. Yeah, it hits the ground, thunk, a dagger like right in. And so that's what you're seeing. Unfortunately, over with Humphrey.
Oh no, I meant
Yep.
something dark, like actually in the chest.
Yeah, the dagger goes in the chest. The
Yeah.
person's dead. They're
Oh,
dead.
okay.
They're dead.
That's all I wanted.
Brings
The
that
guard
Humphrey
climbing
over
up the
here.
ladder now is a bit like, oh, I don't want to go up there.
Yeah, so you got a 6, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So Humphrey, you go to like do that, and they grab onto your staff and pull you out the window.
Oh my goodness, they're so grabby. Okay.
They're so grabby.
Yes, they are very grabby. Okay.
And
well,
as
this
you
isn't
hit the
good.
ground, you are going to take 4 points of damage.
Okie doke. That's okay.
You switched your hit points, right?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's one thing that's kind of confusing about Dungeon World. It's like it's your Constitution plus a modifier. It's not Con plus.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a
or
bit
whatever.
weird.
So.
but it's all good.
Okay,
Not
cool.
as
And
squishy.
if you have armor, that damage does not ignore armor. So if you have armor, take less damage.
Oh, okay, excellent. I do have armor then, so I'm a little
Yep.
bit stronger.
So Brenner, you like come back up out the window after you like peer over the side, and you come back up just as you see Humphrey get yanked out the other window.
No.
And then you hear a
Well, this time I really do use my hook. No. But okay. I run to the window. Has Humphrey fallen like all the way out the window?
Yes,
or
Humphrey fell all the way out the window.
Oh no.
Humphrey's on the ground outside.
Oh no.
And a bunch of guards have started to surround Humphrey.
I whistle and I yell, Strogy.
You know what? Roll just like a charisma at disadvantage.
With 2 or just 1?
3 and pick the lowest.
Oh.
2. So
Okay.
you roll 3 and pick the lowest.
Okay.
So
2. 2.
what how of the 3 of them, what did you roll? A 6, a 2, and a what?
A 6, a 2, and a 2.
A 2 and a 2. So it's 2 and 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you pick the 2 lowest. So 2 and a 2. What's your charisma?
3.
3. So you got a 7. All right. So Strogi had actually like flown up into the air as all this commotion started happening.
I wish
and
I
then
could
like
really do it, but yeah.
yeah, and then
Brenner
and then
whistles.
Strogi like bursts into from the window that you had like opened up and like flies into the room and like just like settles on the bed and end of the bed that Ladislas is in.
Strogi, please, and Brenner kind of gently guides Strogi to the other window and just says, Humphrey, please get Humphrey.
Yeah, so this is you got a 7 and 9, so it's kind of a mixed success. So like you got Strogi's attention, but Strogi doesn't really know what you want. But you have a voice that transcends language.
This is true.
That's true. I'm thinking about this now. It's a good thing I know we went over your character sheet because I'm remembering all of these things. Yeah.
I just sing to.
I mean, I
to
feel like it's.
Strogi.
I feel like you would have to speak to something that actually can speak a language. So yeah, I don't think that applies in this situation, but I was just remembering that you had it. Yeah, it would have to be.
Do you want me to read it?
Well, it's just a voice that transcends language.
Oh, okay.
So I think like other people that like have like a language to speak or something would be able to understand you, but Strogi is still kind of iffy. Yeah. So Humphrey, you're on the ground.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I will I dust myself off, stand up. Hello there. It's a lovely day we're having. How are you all? Kind of gesturing to the, imagine quite a lot of menacing guards.
They all draw swords.
Well then, and I will draw my staff, which I hope I still have.
Yeah, you still have your staff.
Right. Now, does anyone want to try one-on-one combat?
And they all start lunging towards you.
It was
do you
worth
wanna
a
do
shot.
Slash?
Yeah, I think that would be
I will say, if you're not familiar, Dungeon World is actually it's so cool the way that it handles like multiple combat, like multiple person combat, because it actually makes it pretty like you could be one person and fight like 10 people and succeed. That is like something that Dungeon World like allows. And it's very cool.
No, it's not the concept of fighting multiple people. It's the concept of fighting in general because I'm not very strong or dexterous, but that's okay. It's all good. I'll survive somehow. Yes, okay. Yeah,
So
okay.
2d6
I'm gonna
strength.
yes.
Unless you have there's a versatile weapon. There's a weapon that you can get that adds dexterity instead, but
yes, but I don't have that weapon, unfortunately. But I got a 9, 5 and a 4. A lot of 9s this evening.
a 5 and a 4. Oh,
Yeah.
if only you had bless.
Yep. I know, but it's okay. These things happen. It's fine.
Okay, on a 7 and 9, you deal your damage, but you receive damage in return.
That's absolutely fine. I will attempt to swing the staff in a circular motion to try and hit as many of them as I can.
Cool.
Probably only going to hit one, but I will attempt.
The scene becomes slow-mo. Humphrey.
I will say there are genuinely like 7 of them around you right now.
Well. Okay. Oh, I need to roll damage, yeah. I got 5 damage.
5. Okay, cool. And that doesn't ignore armor, right?
It does not, no.
Okay, great. Okay, yeah. I mean, like you rock a couple of them, and in return, like all of them are like stabbing at you, and they get some good like hits on you, and you're gonna take 8 damage in return as they're striking you as you're like spinning around and hitting them. But don't forget to subtract your armor from that.
Yep. No. Yep. Okay.
And I just want to point out the way that works is like, so there are 7 enemies like around you. I roll all of their damage die, and then I take the highest one, and that's the amount of damage you get.
Yeah.
That's like the way Dungeon World does it, is like, and if you have people with different types of damage die, you roll the highest one. Like, yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's no problem.
It's very cool, but that's how it's gonna work. So yeah, you take your 8 damage and minus whatever your armor is. As people like they're lunging in and like slashing at you and everything. What would you like to do, Brenner?
Have I been able to come through to Strogi at all?
Give me another just like plus charisma roll here.
And the third one?
Well, now that you have Strogi's attention, you can just roll as usual.
Okay, so this plus my charisma?
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
12. Okay, all right, cool. So you're telling Strogi to go down and pick up Humphrey and bring Humphrey back up in.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Strogi like exits the window. And is still like Strogi is like flying again a little bit because Strogi was like still injured and like was having a hard time. So
whoa. I feel like Brenner would have tended to that.
Oh, you did.
Oh, okay.
But like you had healed Strogi, but this is like, you know how I was talking about the other patients that have like debilities and like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically Strogi is like recovering from heavy like debilities from like the fight with the dragon in Novre.
Okay.
And has been like hadn't been flying for a little while, but like when Ladislaus went off and everything, like had been recovering like his flight and stuff. So this will be the first time you've seen, since that happened, you've seen like Strogi like attempt to like carry someone. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a roll here to see how that pans out. But you have like guided Strogi to go do this.
despite my height, I'm quite light, so I don't imagine it'll
Actually,
be
that went
too
really well.
strenuous.
I rolled super good. So Strogi
Yes.
finds like sort of like in the strength of like knowing that he's somehow protecting Ladislas, like drops down, picks up Humphrey, and like brings you back into the room just as like some of the guards are getting into the room as well, climbing up the ladder. And then from the doorway that you had boarded up with all of the beds and everything, that's like getting demolished now. And some guards have started coming in from that side as well. What did the two of you want to do?
I think I want to. Holy smite! Can I do that?
Yeah, that's just with an attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I want to do a hack and slash.
Hack and slash.
this.
Cool. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Let's get a hack and slash then from Brenner.
Okay.
And Humphrey, what would you like to do?
I'm now having a look. I don't really have much in the way of. I'm tempted to just try and hit them again with the staff, but seeing how that's panned out the last 2 times, I don't know. Third time's the charm. I'm sure this will succeed. We'll be fine. I'm gonna go in
are you
again.
attacking the ones coming through the doorway or the windows? Like, what would you like to do?
Having
I
experience. Yeah.
I can do the windows, I guess.
Yeah, you want to hit the people in the windows.
Sure.
And then
Yeah,
Humphrey
and I'll
can
go for the doorway. Yeah.
Cool, great. All right, let's get those rolls.
Yep. Oh, finally. A 10.
what?
Thank you.
A 10? A 10?
Yes, finally,
Oh,
yes.
and then,
Huzzah.
you also got a 10 just now.
Plus. Oh, is it
Plus strength.
Oh, okay.
And you have a +1 from Bliss.
Sweet.
So yeah, so you both got 10s.
Phew.
So on hack and slash, on a 10 plus, you can choose to receive no damage. You can deal extra damage. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna deal extra damage.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, Humphrey.
I'm gonna avoid damage
Great.
for obvious reasons.
Okay, so let's get Brenner. Give me your damage die, your rolls.
Okay.
So it's a D10 plus a D8.
Okay. What? Oh my god! I got 2.
You got 2?
I got 2.
Oh, that reminds me. You also chose to do extra damage, so you add a D6 as well.
Okay.
I'll roll my damage.
I got 6 total.
6 total damage plus 1 because of your halberd. So you got
Oh.
7. You dealt 7 damage.
So
Um,
anticlimactic.
I got 6, just like flat.
Okay, 7 and 6. Yeah. So with the 7 damage, yeah, you take your halberd and you attack one of the ones coming through the window. And you really you knock them back and they almost like stumble back through the window. And over by like the door, you see Humphrey like bang, like take a staff and just boom, like bop like one of the guards, and they like stumble back into the other guards and kind of do like a more like mini domino effect, and they're having trouble getting back up and through the doorway. But like that one that you hit comes back up and strikes at you, Brenner.
Okay.
And you take 5 damage, but you have 2 armor, so take 3.
Okay, cool.
So take 3 damage. Yeah, the more of the guards are coming back up through the windows, and now there's a few of them that have started like entering the actual room, and the ones in the doorway though are having like a little bit of a harder time getting back through because like they haven't been able to open the door enough because you put all those beds in the way for more than one of them to come through at a time. So what would you both like to do again?
I'd like to continue.
Okay, yeah, let's get another hack and slash over
Yeah,
here.
more hack and
let's do it.
slash, definitely. Yeah. Oh, that's not too bad. An 8 for me, but
Sorry, I keep forgetting. Is it plus strength?
Yes, plus strength.
Okay. 9.
And is that with your +1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 9, 8, and 9. Okay, so you both deal your damage, but you receive damage in return. So I think what happens here, let's get Humphrey first. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Whoops. But you, Humphrey, yeah. So you take your staff and you're like trying to like hit them and stop them from coming through the doorway. What did you roll for damage?
A 4.
4 damage. Yeah. So you hit that one again. That one that you hit like with the 5 and the 4 damage, you're hitting the same one who keeps coming through. Not looking really great right now, but like stumbles through just enough to like get into the room. So that one's like in the room and they slash at you with their sword and you take 8 damage.
Okay. Yep.
And now another guard like starts to come through the doorway as well and is starting to come into the room. Over by the windows, can you roll your damage?
Yeah. Is it both? Is it these 3 again?
No, it's just the D10 and the D8.
Okay. 5.
5. Yeah. So yeah, the one that you were like striking before, you pretty much like take that one down with this strike. But they again in their like dying moment they get off 2, which does nothing to you because you have 2 armor. So they go to like try to strike you and they don't even lunge far enough for their sword to get through your scale mail, and it just like gets stuck on your armor and like basically tings off as they like collapse to the ground in front of you. A couple more of the guards are like coming in through the window now, and like in the room you're sitting at like about 5 guards that are now like, well, 4 now that you've just killed that one, but 4 of them are now like entering the room proper. Are you two still going to be like fighting off and everything?
I mean, yeah, I don't see any other...
I mean, you can do some healing.
Yes, I was
Oh, yeah,
thinking about doing that.
yeah. I should
Um,
heal Humphrey.
Okay, do you want to lay on hands or do you want to cast a spell?
Which one would
Lay on hands is probably better for you.
Okay, let's do lay on hands.
Okay, that's 2d6 plus charisma.
Yes, 13.
13. Okay, so you that's 2d8
Okay.
of healing.
15.
You get healed for
excellent,
15.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Let me think then. Who else is still in the room aside from the pair of us? Are any of the...
Yeah, the 2 with that one patient on like the cloth gurney are still in the back of the room.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it.
Okay. Right, that's...
And you're still hearing like sword fighting and stuff happening downstairs.
Yes, the battle ensuing. Okay, that's fine.
Just really quick, I do want to get a feel for like when you do this healing thing, like are the 2 of you like going like back to back and you just like do like a little like tap or something? And what's it look like when you're healing, Humphrey?
Yeah, so I have my halberd in one hand, just kind of like staving off like whoever is within arm's reach of me, and I just like I kind of without really seeing, I'm like searching for Humphrey, and then I just place my hand on his shoulder and just gives the healing.
Gives the healing.
Yeah,
it puts the healing on the skin.
Yeah, I think I'll has Brenner, have you taken... Yeah, you've taken damage. Okay.
Hardly
yes,
any.
Then
I
have cure light wounds as a
Like
rote.
cantrip
So
thing? Oh yeah.
as a rote, it's part of one of my advanced moves is first aid, so it won't count against my spells. So I can just like cast it and it'll be fine.
Oh, great.
Cool.
Yes. I also have devoted healer, which means I can add my level to the amount of damage healed. So I shall roll a d8 plus 5.
I mean, you're max already.
Basically, yeah, but it's the thought that counts. That
Yeah,
is 6.
exactly. I'm gonna feel in tip top.
Did you say
shape.
6?
Yes, because I rolled a 1 on the d8 with my level.
Yeah, you both get
6
back to
damage.
back. Yeah, you both get back to back basically, and like just like both of you like heal each other in a moment of like very reminiscent of when you both tried to bless each other, but this time both of them work. And then you both like look forward. Another guard gets into the room from the doorway, and another guard comes in through the window. You now have 6 guards in the room, and they start moving towards you. What would the 2 of you like to do? Let's start with Brenner.
I mean, I guess another hack and slash.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, and in this instance, like so you're remembering you like Exterminatus thing, like with the dragon.
Right. Am
and-
I still able to use it even though
Well, it's the way that Exterminatus works is when if you fail to defeat the enemy that you targeted or give up the fight, you can admit your failure, but the effect continues until you find a way to redeem yourself. So like Exterminatus is very like singular. So it has like latched on to the dragon. And because the dragon got away without you like defeating the dragon, right now, like it hasn't seemed to be working for you. But in the eyes of like the effect continues until you find a way to redeem yourself. As you're like going for this strike here with these 6 guards like in the room and the others that are just on the brim of entering, and you are healing Humphrey, and you're looking over at Ladislas like on the bed with Strogi like standing on the bed frame over them. And off on the other side of the room, like the 2 other members of this like rebellion that are trying to help this person in the gurney, you feel like a surge of power from Ipsana as you stand and pretty much like stand your ground to protect all of these people in this room. And as you like target your next attacker, your enemy, you feel like that strength coursing through you. Equally at the same time as Ipsana goes, "Oh, I figured out how you could play Cheskers." Roll your attack. 2d6 plus strength.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Plus 1, so 13.
13.
Yeah. So do you want to deal extra damage, or do you want to not take damage in return?
Extra damage, baby.
So here's what's going to happen. Exterminatus is since like these guards don't have an enormous amount of health. So what I'm going to start doing is if you get over their threshold, I'm going to start distributing it to the next person. So right now, if you choose to do extra damage, Brenner, you do your D10, you do your D8 for your Holy Smite, you do 2d4 for your Exterminatus, and you do an extra d6 for your extra damage with Hack and Slash.
Okay, so D10, D8, 2D4, and a D6?
Yep.
Okay. All right. 13, 16, 19, 20.
And 21 because of your plus 1. So 21 damage. Just so I'm curious, Humphrey, what's your max HP?
My max is 23.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, so Brenner, you there's 6 of them in the room right now. Some of them are like still trying to come through the doorway and the windows. But you're going to fully like take out 2 of them right now. What does that look like?
So with every surge of like power that Brenner experiences, there comes the little like as if a wind is blowing because their hair kind of ruffles and their robes also move a bit. And with this halberd, it's a very graceful, almost ballet-esque move, and it's just bringing the halberd up around their head, and with a mighty swing, just getting anyone within the vicinity. And then once hit, even grazed at this point, they're just gonna be like blown
Blasted.
out.
Yeah. One who gets like blown out the window. Like
Yeah, and there's even like there's a bit of a light, I think, that comes from the halberd too.
A light and like a little bit of a concussive sort of blast. And Humphrey, like you see this as you're like rearing up for your attack. Would you like to do your hack and slash?
Yes, I shall. Let's have a look. That's 7, so that's good.
Okay, you deal your damage and you receive damage in
Yep.
return. So let's get that.
Okay. That is five damage.
And you are going to receive 3 back, but don't
Okay.
ignore armor. So what does this look like? And this person that you're hitting is the one that you had been like knocking that had come through the doorway, and you are like you're gonna like finish this person off. So tell me what that looks like.
I'm probably going to swing it low so it hits the individual in their side so that they kind of get lifted up and then just punt them out the window.
Yeah, and as you toss that one out the window, like another one of the ones that like come through the doorway, like slashes at you, and that like that strike, it just gets you, but it's not like horrible or anything. And with that like strike that Brenner had done on the others, like there's a little bit of like a halt, like a little bit of like a stammer in the way that these guards are now like entering the room. There's some hesitation that you're sensing. So no new guards like enter at this moment, and there are now only 3 that are currently in the room. What would the 2 of you like to do? I mean, at this point, is like Brenner just going to start going like you, and just whoom, 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 whoom.
I mean, it's very tempting. The other thought I had was, you said there were 3 others?
Yeah, there are 3 others in the room right now, and still like more that could be coming through the windows and the doorway, but right now are a little like hesitating.
I want to know if you would allow this, but one of the, because I know I've already used bless, but I also kind of want to. I have a 5th level spell, Contagion, which choose a creature, and I feel like that could be the guards, or would it have to be a creature?
Yeah, just tell me what it says.
Until you end this spell, the target suffers from a disease of your choice. While this spell is ongoing, you take -1 to cast a spell.
Okay. So a disease of your choice.
Yeah.
I suppose we would have to figure out what diseases there are.
The common cold. Haha.
The common cold.
I was thinking it could be like not like a terrible thing, but just like one that would make them incapable of really fighting. And what if they're just all overcome with like horrible laughing fits?
Horrible laughing fits?
Yes.
So like Tasha's
wow.
hideous laughter, like that kind of thing? Yeah, I'm into that. Yeah, you roll to cast your spell. I love that. They have
actually terrifying.
They have the they have hideous.
I just imagine because they're just like like they don't know. It's like Steve Carell and what is it called? Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty, yeah.
That's not good. So 3.
3 plus your wisdom modifier.
4.
And then plus your +1 ongoing.
5.
Yeah, even with an aid, you couldn't get there.
Does it backfire on myself?
No, yeah. So you go to cast this the contagion spell, like you like set your halberd off to the side for a moment. You're like, oh, there's got to be like a better way to like take care of most of this. And you go to do this, and the spell goes off. And you're like, all of the guards are like kind of like hands up. They see the light like emanating from your hand, and they're like, oh no. And nothing seems to have happened. But then all of you start feeling like the building shake. And it is as if like the building itself, you can hear it like go like begin to laugh like around you. And like you hear the guards on the outside that were like up on the ladder like fall, and the ladders like burst like away from the building, and like everyone is like struggling to keep their footing. Can the 2 of you roll me a defy danger, like either constitution or dexterity?
I'm gonna go for constitution.
You can do whatever you want. You have your cloak on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for constitution. Oh, it's not too bad. 8.
8.
8 for both of you. Yeah. So with that, like the two of you are, you're not going to fall to the ground, but you're sort of like getting a little bit more loose with your footing. It's sort of hard. And until like you're out of the building, the two of you are going to take the shaky ability, which is just like whenever you do something dex based, you get a -1. That's basically what's happening here. But yeah, the guards are like stumbling through still, and they're like kind of freaked out. They're like, "What is going on?" And you hear like tussling downstairs as people are like falling all over each other. What would the two of you like to do? Humphrey, you've just witnessed Brenner like make the building laugh.
Yes. Uh we need to get people out of here into safety, but I'm not sure how best to do that. Okay. I would like to pick up the injured individual, the one that was on the yes. How are the other two individuals faring? Are they like kind of are they like the guards? Have they just completely toppled, or are they doing okay?
They completely toppled. They didn't have
Okay.
their footing at all. Yeah.
Oh, bugger. Okay. Okay, I'll have to get the injured because I can't carry all three of them. So I'll pick up the injured one. I'm gonna say to them, like Humphrey's gonna say to them, right, I'm coming back for you two, so just stay there. Actually, don't try and move if you can, but if you are still here, I'll come and get you. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, they're just like, okay.
You've had a tough day. It's okay. We'll make sure you get some hot chocolate and stuff afterwards. Anyway, injured person up. Brenner, we need to get out of here. Preferably not out the window. I've had a bad experience with that.
Brenner, using their charisma for the defying danger, I think like just places both hand, like maybe in one of the corners, places both hands on either side of the room, and just yells to the building, "It wasn't that funny!" and just like is trying to make the shaking stop.
Yeah, it sort of like settles around like where you are a little bit. It's still shaking, but I mean, it seems like around you it is kind of less of an issue, but it is the whole building is still going.
And then I mean, I guess Brenner looks at Humphrey, and then looks at, is Strogi still here?
Yeah, Strogi's still in the room. Yeah.
And then looks at Strogi, and then looks at Humphrey, and then looks at Ladislas, and then looks at Humphrey, and then looks at Strogi.
And then the guards start like recalibrating themselves and are starting to kind of crawl and climb back into the room from like the doorway area, not the windows.
I will put. I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go over to Brenner, and I'm going to say, I think it is time that you make a retreat with as many of the injured parties as that is possible. If that is okay with you, yes.
Yes. I think we can use Strogi, and I'm willing.
Okay.
I can be, to take the words out of your mouth, I will be the last person to leave. I think if we can just quickly get people on Strogi and then out the window down to safety.
Yes, I think that's
Maybe.
a perfect strategy.
I know there's still throngs of guards probably swarming this building.
Yes, but as if we can get the two incapacitated individuals out first, you seem to have the best way with Strogi, so I would advise you do that, and we shall follow. Pinky promise.
Brenner turns to Strogi.
Give me a roll. 2d6 plus charisma.
You fail, and it's like Strogi's like, actually, this is quite a nice place. I might hang around a bit here. It's shaking. There's angry people.
He started
It's not
making
too
a
bad.
nest already. He was like, well,
Yeah.
this is plus charisma 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Yeah. What do you want Strogi to do?
Well, I get the patient or the patients who had already been in there, I tell them, get on the bird. I know it's scary. It's going to be fine.
Okay. I mean, there's only the one patient that was over Humphrey's shoulder is the
Yes.
only one that's like still in there.
Mhm.
Oh, so it was just one and then the three of us?
Well, and then the two others that were like
the two
helping.
other guys. Yeah.
Oh.
But I
But
think
they're not hurt or anything. They're just
I know they're just shaken from the laughter.
Oh, okay. Actually, the
yeah.
smarter thing would be maybe, I know I just got you back up here, Humphrey, but if you're down there first with another person, then that way the other people that we bring down who don't have any weapons could have you as support.
Okay. How
Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. I'm now curious, how ready do the guards look? Are we gonna get 2 shots at this, or like once Strogi leaves, are they gonna be like, haha, we've regained our center of gravity and
at this point, like it looks like you'll get like one shot, and they'll be like, haha.
yes, I thought so. In an optimal situation, yes. However, this is not optimal, so I would advise you jump on Strogi with the 2 injured parties, and I shall follow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brenner, I mean, is Brenner able to lift Ladislaus?
I mean, with Strogi's help, sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like not. I mean, Brenner's super strong though.
That is true.
So I wouldn't be surprised
Okay.
if Brenner could like lift Ladislaus and stuff. So you get Ladislaus like, and I mean, Strogi already before having trouble flying, has a hard time with more than one of you at a time. That's like canon. That's a thing. So essentially, what's about to happen is you're gonna exit the window. You're probably gonna have to like jump on your own. But
Okay.
Strogi can carry Ladislaus and have the other patient on Strogi's back. But it won't be like Strogi won't be flying. Strogi will be gliding like down, but just like
Falling with
just enough
style.
like past, yeah, falling with style, just enough like past the guards so that like the patient can like get off, and then the other two like from the inside could like go down and like help out. But that's basically what's about to happen.
Okay, then. Yes.
So like with your role that you had just done for Strogi, you help Strogi like get up Ladislaus. You get the patient on the back, and like Strogi like soars out the window, and you jump after, bounding like over the guards that are below. I mean, the ground around the building is kind of shaking a little bit too, so they were a little unsteady. So you get just past them, and as you are exiting the building, off in the distance, you see like over where the ship is. You see Din Din, who had like started like coming towards the building, having seen it like surrounded. And Din Din is holding a box with a Kraken symbol on it. And as you make your way out from the inside, Humphrey, the two that are off to one side that were helping with that patient, like start to get up and are clamoring over towards you. As the few guards that were already in the room get up to their feet, and more guards start pushing through the doorway past those beds, and they replace the ladder up on the window, and some of the guards start to move towards Brenner and the bird and everything, but many of them are still trying to like infiltrate the building, seeing as it's shaking and wondering what's going on and thinking it must be important. And as you see Brenner off through the window, the two other people that are a part of your organization, like the rebels, like come to either side of you, and all of these guards like enter the room. What is the last thing you do?
I think I go down swinging. I just try to take a crack at one of their heads, just trying to hit as many of them as I can.
Can you roll me plus is wisdom your modifier?
Yes.
Can you roll me just like 2d6 plus wisdom?
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. It's an 8, not great, but 8.
Okay, and with an 8, as you are like battling and pretty much like making a stand on your own for your life and the life of all of the patients that you helped get out of here, Ladislas and all of the other company alike. You fight to the bitter end, and in your final moment, as a cleric, like making the stand for yourself, inside of your head, Brenner, you hear Ipsana like kind of gasp and go, "Oh," as the building shakes harder and harder and harder, and then collapses in front of you. Dindin grabs you, and you, Strogi, and Ladislas whisk away towards the ship as Danail runs across the port and jumps into the ship with Dowser and Lupe, signaling for all of you to come join. And next time on Hijinks and Dungeon World. Well, thanks for being here, Nye.
No, it was a pleasure.
Like
Very
5 in the
enjoyable.
morning
Thank you.
now. 5.
Yes, it's 5:30. It's okay though. I had a lot of fun. It's the key.
Yeah, this is great. So I'm just gonna say, like, this has been Hijinks and Dungeon World. We do this every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at kwilliamwhite. I'm in a band called Glass Beach. We have a remix album for our first album that's coming out on March 5th. Yes, I'm pretty sure March 5th. That should be really great. It's awesome. It's going to be on Spotify and all of the other like streaming platforms and stuff. So check that out. It'll be really cool for people to do that. And you can find our stuff, our social media is at Glass Beach Band. And then Franny?
I've been Franny playing Brenner. And you can find me on media platforms, both Twitter and Instagram at just_Franny K. And then also I'm trying to do some more art and all that. And I've created a couple other accounts, which you can find through my Instagram account. I make homemade cards and then also just epic doodles. And so I would love to have an excuse to send people or make people art. So if you're interested, hit me up.
And then Nye?
Hi. Yes, and I've been Nye. You can find me at on Twitter at ErsatsExpert. That's ERASTZ expert. And I'm part of a that's when you forget your own screen handle. And I'm part of a group called $2 Creature Feature, which we record a podcast, and it's really fun. I play a weird out of place Victorian chap who is in 1960s America, and I'm also a monster. It's very strange. Check out if you wish.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was it's been so nice actually like playing with you and everything.
Yeah.
We were really excited to have all of you on, and it was I mean, especially like since we've had like the least interaction with you and I. This is very cool.
Exciting.
Yes, thank you. It's been awesome. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to give one more thank you to Joe, who played Saul Amander in the first half of the show. One more time. Thank you so much for being on the show, and all of the $2 Creature Feature people. Very excited for next week, where we will be joined with the final cast member of $2 Creature Feature, Laura. It's going to be really awesome. We're going to have Sam back as well, the main cast member on our show. And then the latter half of that episode, we'll have the entire main cast back together for Hijinks and Dungeon World. So please join us for that. Join us every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This has been really fun. I'm going to let Nye get some sleep, and I hope all of you have a good rest of your night. Bye.
Yes.